Hey worship teamers, so you know who I am, and I just wanted to make a little video and tell you guys a little bit about the worship team retreat coming up. So you heard me talk about it at our last quarterly meeting. I introduced the idea, and just remember, I'm really wanting to do this in place of our normal team training that we do each year. So this would be, again, in place of that. I know it's a time commitment, it's a little block of time, and so, but just know that I'm not planning to do a series of a couple months of trainings this year, because I really feel like there's such a value on us getting together to connect relationally and having this time together as a team, just again to connect, to be together, to be relational. We'll bring some purpose and some activities to our time together, but really the biggest thing I'm just feeling highlighted from the Lord is for us to get a chance to draw together, to kind of separate from the busyness and gotta go, gotta run of life, and just have some time together in His presence together and with one another, and just see some new roots and go in deep in our relationships that then we can continue to build and spring off as the rest of the year comes. And so anyway, I'm super excited, and so thank you guys for your input on the days and the dates. And so had pretty consistent preferences. There were a few different opinions, but the January dates were by far much more popular, and the Friday to Sunday schedules. So we're going with January dates, and that is going to be January, where is it? January 11th through the 13th. So that's January 11th, that Friday, through the 13th, Sunday. And there's this great location nearby. It's just 20 minutes from town. It's the Powell Butte Retreat Center. I don't know if some of you guys may have been out there before, but it's incredible. So Veronique and I went to tour it. I'd never been there before, but we went to tour it, and crazy, funny story. I feel like the Lord's already speaking about this retreat and our time together. So let me tell you what happened. So I'd never been there, never seen it. They invited us to come out and check it out. It's so peaceful, you guys. It's like you step on the property and you're like, this was made for like retreat, connect with the Lord. It's wonderful. And it's a Christian foundation. I think it's overseen by the Catholic Church, but it's like just you can feel the peace and the presence, and just beautiful location. It's right next to Brasada Ranch, if some of you guys are familiar with Brasada. But so Veronique and I make a time, we're gonna go out, check this place out. We walk out to my truck, and Clifford's being high maintenance in so many ways right now, but he had a flat tire. So walk out to the truck has a flat tire. So like, Veronique, can you drive? We were already running late, so gracefully, and I'm so grateful. Veronique drove, we went out, checked it out. It's wonderful, like really nice. It's like there's a great community meeting center, and then there's some great rooms, and but it's kind of cabiny, like I want to say rustic feel, but modern too. It's not like you're in an old gross cabin. Like it's modern and nice too. I was surprised by how nice it felt. So anyway, we loved it. We get back, Veronique's like, hey, like, let's do lunch. We've got time. And I was like, I would love to, but I have another place to be, and I got to figure out this flat tire on my truck. So Veronique buys me a can of Fix-A-Flat instead of lunch, because she's awesome like that. And I kid you not, like at this little logo on the can, let's see if I can get it up there. Oh, it's backwards. Wait a second. That's crazy. Okay, I'm just gonna read it. Just connect, inflate, and go. Is like the logo. That's the little logo. It says just connect, inflate, and go. And I was just like, to me, I was just like, oh, that's funny. I think Veronique noticed it at first. And I already was thinking about, in our worship vision, the third part, so we spent time stewarding this idea of hosting the presence. That's always going to be a foundation and a primary thing for us. And then we moved into this season of honoring the wells, and how do we, just in our own wells, our own lives, get really healthy, but then also honor and recognize like the wells around us that we pull from and draw from that others have deposited in, and like recognizing that in the different genres and styles of music that we do, and honoring those who've gone before us, and then also recognizing like we're leaving a legacy for others, and how do we really pour good things into that well. And then now the next part is to it's about hunger and like what we've freely received from the Lord to also freely give. And I was already feeling like this would be a really good moment for us to just step into that place of like receiving from the Lord and start to dig into that next portion of that vision that the Lord gave us years ago. And then on the heels of that, to have this like come out, my tire's flat, I can't go, I'm empty, I need some air, and then to have a worship team friend come along, provide a little boost to connect, inflate, and then go. And to me, that was such a confirmation of just this next season, and that we need to connect and we need to get inflated with one another's encouragement, with the Lord's impartation to us, and then to go out and freely give. And that to me was just such a confirmation of that next part of that vision of, again, to freely receive from the Lord and then to freely give it out. But I feel like there's some reality of some flat tires in our lives, and just some like, oh, I'm depleted. And so just to take the time and the value of with one another, just to get together, to connect, that there is something in unison and something in relationship that we get to do, and to inflate, to like build one another up, to receive from the Lord and be built up, and then from that place to go out into our 2019 and serve the body, serve this region well. And so, anyway, I'm excited about this, you guys, and just really, I would just encourage every one of you, this is not, so it's, again, it's not just like a, hey, that's a fun idea, like, let's all go, let's all just, go have a weekend. Like, it is fun, and hopefully you guys are getting excited about it, but I really feel like it's purposeful too, and I feel like it's going to launch us as a team into the next season. It's gonna, it's just something that we need as together with one another and with the Lord. And so, so I just really would love to see every single person there, every band member, every vocalist, every scribe, every sound person, just to be able to make that time and prioritize that time, again, to come together. And so, so I'll send out some more details, some more information as we come close. Again, it's week January 11th, 12th, and 13th. What I'm hoping to do is, we show up that Friday evening, have a meal together. They'll provide all the meals out there and cook for us and everything, so we don't have to do a lot of work there. Really reasonable prices. We're looking at so for Friday night, all day Saturday, stay Saturday night, and take off on Sunday morning. We're looking at about like $120 to $160 per person, depending on the type of housing that you want to have. There's a couple options on the housing, and so, so anyway, super reasonable. That's all your meals, the housing, the use of the main retreat center included. We have to pay gas, and there may be a couple other little things in there. So I'll do a little more math and checking and make sure I get a really solid number to you guys. But right now, you can estimate about that 120 to 160, depending on how you want to do the housing, and I'll get those details to you. But that's super reasonable. We'll try to put together maybe some fundraisers between now and January for anybody who's like, yeah, I just don't have that kind of extra cash laying around. I get it. Like, I'm a very tight, how do I make my budget work every month kind of person, and so so I totally get it. And so I'm hoping to get some fundraisers together, and if you have ideas for that, let us know. But if you'd rather just pay it out, that's what it's going to be. So anyway, yeah, but let's like really try to prioritize that, and that would be just for those who are actively serving on the team. However, what I was thinking, I mentioned this in the email, I would love to do, they'll do a breakfast for us, and it's great. Like, it has protein and fruit and bagels, cereals, so it's not just like here's a piece of toast. Like, it's a nice breakfast. And so I was thinking it actually might be fun just to have our families come out that Sunday morning before church, that last day that we're there, and do breakfast all together as a whole family, with our families, and then come into church and worship together, and then we're just kind of done that afternoon. Everybody can split and get ready for your weeks. And so anyway, that's what I'm hoping for, and again, I'll put together more details and get that out. I'm so getting bogged down in the details, but just wanted you guys to just hear a little bit about this, kind of catch the vision of it. And again, Let's fix some flats together. Hopefully none of us are as high maintenance as Clifford. He's ridiculous, but I love him. I love him very much. But we just to connect, inflate, and go. And but yeah, I'm excited about this opportunity, and excited just to spend time with all of you guys, and just valuing these relationships that we get to have in life, that we get to do together. And so yeah, I think that's it. So get excited, shoot me questions as you need more info. And again, it's coming. We've got some time that's kind of coming soon. Holidays kind of whip up and everything gets crazy busy. So again, it's like 2 months out in January. So anyway, there you go. I hope you guys are excited. All right.